Today is a Saturday and it's such a beautiful sunny day. I'm feeling very energetic and inspired and very good, and I just trimmed my bangs and I might have messed it up a bit, but we're gonna go with it. It's the perfect day to do this commission that I need to finish in a couple of days anyways. It's a very teeny tiny commission that I got to create a custom postcard. It's a tiny postcard with a flower bouquet and 2 flight tickets with names on it. It is very much inspired by my previous flower bouquets. This kind soul who commissioned me said she really loves my style, so whatever I do is going to be perfect as long as, you know, it kind of looks like my style, which based on past experience, even if I try not to make it look like my style, it's gonna look like my style. So I guess it makes sense because I'm making it. Anyways, it should be like a very quick half an hour, maybe an hour tops little project. So let's get on with it. So I have this theory about artist blogs that I have been thinking about in the past few days. Do you know that feeling when your brain is overflowing with ideas, but instead of feeling energetic and very motivated, you just freeze? Lately, I've been doing a lot, running my art business, making YouTube videos, organizing my creative club events, and all these things that technically support my art, but somehow ended up resulting in me not painting. And I started realizing that having an art business makes it really easy to do everything else except the thing that actually made me start it in the first place. It's not that I did not want to paint, I just kept feeling like, what if the next thing I make isn't as good as what I created last year? I love my paintings from last year, I put so much of myself into them, and now every new idea I have feels nice, but maybe not enough. Like, yeah, that could be cool, but does it have the same level of passion, that same soul? And because of that, I just kept postponing actually starting anything. I also noticed that when I did have time to paint, I would somehow fill it with other important things like fixing up my website, replying to emails, editing YouTube videos, social media stuff, and sure, those things matter, but deep down, I knew I was just avoiding the scary part, which is actually making something new. Then I got this tiny commission. Just this little painting, super small, super straightforward, and I was so happy to take it because it felt easy. No pressure, no big expectations. And it actually turned out to be so meaningful to me and also my client. I was really flattered that someone liked my art enough to commission me, and working on it reminded me why I love painting in the first place. It also made me realize something. I wasn't stuck because I had no ideas. I was stuck because I was afraid to move forward with them. Afraid that if I actually started, I would prove my own fears right, that I could not make something as good as before. But painting that little commission reminded me that I do not have to reinvent the wheel every single time. I just have to start. And it was so amazing to have this little project where I could just let myself create. I wasn't obsessing over the big questions anymore. I was just making something. I think a lot of artist block or even burnout isn't about a lack of creativity. Maybe it comes from having too much inspiration, too many ideas at the same time. It's about the pressure to do something important, something that moves you forward in a big way, and that pressure can be super paralyzing. But what if the way forward isn't a big, perfect move? What if it's just maybe doing something, no matter how small it is? Just to kinda, start on it. Sometimes the best thing you can do is just take the pressure off and just make anything, even if it's small, even if it's just for fun, even if it sucks, even if it's not part of some big master plan. Sometimes you just have to build a little fire first, and maybe that fire starts with a tiny commission or a sketch, or just putting some paint down with no real plan. The important thing is to create something instead of waiting for the perfect, fully formed idea to appear. Because I have been doing that a lot in the past. I have a lot of ideas, but none of them is like this 100% fully formed one, and I get scared to start it. So yeah, if you ever felt like this, if you've ever been, I guess, so in love with your past work that it made starting new work weirdly stressful, just know you're not alone in this. And if you're stuck, maybe try doing something small, something low stakes, just to remind yourself that you can still create. I rarely take commissions because honestly they kind of frighten me, and also I really love the freedom that I can just paint whatever I want and then people can either resonate with it or not. But I loved making this so much, and it really reminded me of the time when I started making those flower paintings, and I thought I might actually be able to do this. I might actually be able to become an actual artist and do it as a living. And it gave me that feeling of hope and just this kind of like blind trust in myself, and I loved it so much. And now I'm thinking maybe I should take some commissions. Like, I really love this little format, like the little card, and I love the freedom. I loved that she was just like, do whatever you want, creating your style, I'm gonna be okay with it. So I might actually gonna start taking those commissions. I don't know what you think. Also, I would love to hear if you ever experienced this weird artist inspirational paralysis thing, and if you did, how you came up with it. If you like this video, then maybe subscribe to see more of it and like it, and see you in the next one. Bye!